Everyone is made in God's image, and everyone is also made God in their own image. Everyone's brand of Christianity is designed in such a way that one, they are God's child and chosen, two, that they are righteous, and three, that they are definitely going to heaven. You'll see some pastors or people who have dark pasts rely heavily on the gospel of grace because there's no way for them to reverse what they did. Or you'll see oppressed people look at Jesus as a black revolutionary. Or you'll see colonizers view the Great Commission as a manifesto to colonize and dehumanize the world. And there are many more. You'll also notice that each group has about 5 to 10 scriptures that they rely heavily on as the basis of their doctrine. This occurrence is normal as human beings. We can only grasp the infiniteness of God through our limited minds and perception. So we can only see God through how we see ourselves. And God is so vast that we can only see a side of God based on where we are standing. But no individual is able to grasp all of God, no matter how hard they try or how many scriptures they read. We are meant to seek, but seeking is a lifelong journey. Now, here's the danger of this. The danger comes when one person or group projects their version of God, the God that they see, on and over everyone else's. They think that what is true for them is the truth for everyone. They think that they have God all figured out, and then they begin to demonize other perspectives about God. This is what it means metaphorically to eat of the tree of knowledge and good and evil. This is when we slip into right versus wrong instead of righteousness. And righteousness is obedience to God, regardless of morally what's right and wrong. Please don't get it twisted. Right and righteousness are not the same things. The sweetness of the fruits of being right is what causes sin and separation. We move into a dualistic either or, us versus them perspective of life instead of standing in oneness. If you break down the word atonement, it is at one-ment. True atonement is when we are one with God and one with one another. So here's how you can test if your perspective of God is just true for you or it is the universal truth of God. If you are a white man and you switch roles and all of a sudden become a black woman, would your perspective of God change? If you are rich and all of a sudden become poor, would your perspective of God change? If you are American and become Palestinian, would your perspective of God change? Sit with that for a minute and be honest with yourself. If your perspective of God changes based on worldly identifiers like race, gender, class, nationality, sexuality, political party, affiliations, etc., if so, then your understanding of God is likely not truth, though it may be true for you based on who you are in the world today. In order for us to return back to oneness as Jesus preached, we must come to an understanding that God does not change based on worldly identifications. If not, we are simply using God instead of allowing God to use us. It's time to stop using God's name in vain and for personal gain. And therefore, I encourage you to read Jesus's words, the red text, for yourself so that we can get back to the way Christ thought about God and himself. Because in today's world, all Christians are not Christ-like. If you would like to get the red text blueprint, which is a PDF that I created of just Jesus's words, just comment Christ-like below, and I encourage you to read the red text for yourself. It will open your eyes to Jesus's true ministry and message in the gospel. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Peace.